Hey, it's Rebecca Smith from the KBIA newsroom in Columbia, and it's time for Missouri Health Talks, a project where we listen in on Missourians' conversations about access to health care. This week we hear again from JT Thomas. We met at an event last September hosted by the Missouri Kidney Program. At the age of 20, JT was diagnosed with kidney failure and then underwent dialysis. He spoke about how his successful kidney transplant gave him back his freedom. Here's JT.
So the surgery went well, and I still remember thinking, as soon as I came to from the anesthesia, I felt better than I have ever felt in my life. Because you get used to being uncomfortable. I was in pain for so long that you get used to it, and that's your new normal. Well, now I'm like everybody else. And the first thing that I said is, people feel like this and they still complain. That was the very first thing that I said. And ever since that day, there has been a more gracious approach to life. I don't know. It didn't really change my personality, but it changed my thought process. And now I'm a little bit more patient when it comes to road rage, because you realize, okay, well, this person might have had something happen to them to affect their day. Very much more appreciative of the days and the time that I have. But the thing about dialysis is that it kept me from family, kept me from seeing the people who cared about me the most, who prayed for me every day. And, you can always schedule dialysis wherever you go. You can plan it. But why would you travel hundreds of miles to spend time with family and be like, oh, sorry, I got to go do this? Because I didn't want people to see me in that situation. So I avoided it. And because of that, I didn't see my grandma for the last time, And so whenever I got my transplant, I went down. The first trip that I went to is my dad and I went down to his parents' place in Texas. They were in assisted living. They were married 65 years. And my grandpa was suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's. And so we're thinking, okay, well, he's on borrowed time himself. Let's go visit them. Let's go spend time with them. So we were playing cards with my grandpa. And, there were no rules. There was no real game. But we were there together spending time. And, he couldn't really form a lot of conversations, form a lot of sentences, if you will. But he would, be able to nod or shake his head or, give a thumbs up. And if he didn't like someone, he would do a finger gun and go, pow, pow. And, looking back, it's like, well, I'm seeing you for the last time. This is probably the last time I'm going to see you. And it was something I will never forget. But I was able to do that because of my transplant. I was able to go and travel unrestricted to visit family.
That was JT Thomas speaking about how the experience of kidney failure and transplantation has given him a new appreciation of life. He's currently finishing up his degree at the University of Missouri and is 4 years post-transplant. If you'd like to hear more from JT and others who've been affected by organ transplantation, join Missouri Health Talks for a special event next Wednesday, January 30th, from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at Cafe Berlin. But that's it for this week's Missouri Health Talks. Tune in next week for more conversations from throughout the state about health and access. I'm Rebecca Smith. Thanks for listening.